Hey, what's up, my little time shows? How y'all doing today? Well, if you're Kanye West, stop. We actually need to be a little bit worried for him. Remember that trainer that he posted a while back, right? Remember the trainer he posted a while back, and the trainer was like, "How about I give you two options? You sit down and talk like an adult, or two, I dope you up behind, and you zombie playland when you're meeting with the kids." And everyone, including me, was like, "What the what? If you don't hop, skip, and jump yourself over to the police department or the FBI? I don't know. This seems like a case for Homeland Security because it seemed really, really menacing." Well, you guys, new information has come back as to actually who that trainer is. And that trainer is not actually a trainer, not in the traditional sense. He literally is one of those doctors that work with experimental drugs. Picture this. Remember the doctor that when Michael Jackson passed away, he had given him like that weird medicine and all this other stuff? Yeah, that guy's a doctor like that. And it makes me start thinking, what is going on? It also makes me start thinking, yo, it, okay, put it like this. And then I'm going to have to play it, but he talks about in this interview, I'm going to play it for you, but he talks about in this interview how he even has this experimental drug that makes people stay up on for days on end and all this other stuff. First of all, it's not healthy. And when I say healthy, I mean for real, like you're psychological, you will get into psychosis to stay up 4 days on end. Remember how when Kanye had that 5150 hold put on him temporarily, and everybody was saying that he was staying up for days on end and he had to drop out of his tour. And remember, the tour company sued him because they were like, "We don't believe this is natural. We think it's a drug induced psychological break." Remember that? You guys, yeah. I think this trainer actually, I don't know. Listen to this and meet me after the jump, because this is actually really, really disturbing. Also, if anybody cares, Kanye is dating a new girl. Fine, he's single. I'm sure he's doing it to rub it in Kim's face because you know what's going on with Pete. But at this point, even the women around Kanye, is everybody taking advantage of someone that, and you can think Kanye's speaking the truth or not speaking the truth, but at this point, are people taking advantage of a person that needs a rest? And while they might not be mentally ill, they are not necessarily in the mental mind frame that you need to enter into a consensual relationship. That's all I'm saying. But we're going to take a look at Kanye's new girl too. But first of all, let's talk about that trainer who to me sounds like a pusher man. But let me know what you think. Also, hit that like, subscribe, comment button. It's YouTube, baby. You know how it works. Also, your girl's back if you're wondering where I've been. I did do a live explaining all of this, but all of it. But no time for delay. We need to get into what's going on with Kanye. Let go. Shout out to the Tactical Center on YouTube. They have the full uncut interview. Go ahead and check it out. But y'all, let me give y'all the sweet deets.
I wasn't governed by the same laws that the typical person was, so I could look at the impact of certain drugs that are not everyday things.
All right, y'all, off the bat, does this sound like any trainer you know? Or does this sound like some Michael Jackson, Prince? Again, Kanye talk conspiracy theories, but baby, this sounds like we in the thick of it. But listen to this.
So we looked at a drug called modafinil, which was for narcoleptics. So if you give a soldier this drug, how long could they stay awake for without having any health detriment?
Is that used now as one of these brain drugs? I've heard the name before somewhere.
Yeah, so it's very interesting. Modafinil, it will keep you awake, but it's not a stimulant.
Really?
So if a special forces person has to stay awake for 3 nights waiting for the right opportunity to do whatever they have to do, we could give them modafinil and it would keep them alert.
Again, this guy sounds like a pusher man to me, right? Is he a doctor? Is he a pharmacist? Does he even have the legal rights to even do this? But again, here's the thing. Everybody wants to talk about Illuminati, but I'm going to be real. One of the things people stress in Hollywood that's so detrimental to someone's mind is they are treated purely as a toy or a tool. They don't care how you are able to tour every single night for a year. They don't care how you're always able to perform. They don't care that you spend 23 hours in the studio or 23 hours a day on set and you are basically a walking commodity that must produce. Y'all, this is deep. We talk about Illuminati, but why do we talk about conspiracy theories when we have it right here in front of us? How many more people are going to be taken? Y'all, listen to what this other guy has to say, what else he has to say.
I did research on a drug called acetazolamide, which is for use at high altitude so you don't get altitude sickness.
Anyway, y'all, please go watch the rest of the video where he's detailing. But one thing that is sick and dark and disturbing, and the one thing that all these people supporting Ye don't bring up, baby, the evidence is right there. Is anybody going to do something about it? He sounds like a handler. First of all, he's not a personal trainer. I don't know where he got that thing from. Forget about trainer. He sounds like Kanye's handler. He sounds like he was there to keep him in line, to make sure he showed up, to make sure he produced by any means necessary. Now, again, I do want to say for this guy's career, Ye posted those screenshots. I don't know. Would you ever work with him in your life? Would you even want him around? The way he literally threatened to turn him into a zombie and playtime with the kids ain't never going to be the same? Would you in any way ever hire this guy or trust this guy? And if you see this person around, I want to see what his other client list is, if he even still has clients after what he did. Say what you want about Kanye, right or wrong. That stuff he texted him was chilling to the bone. But back to this. We don't need conspiracies. We have it right here and now. Right? A lot of people have said that all celebrities, right? They're pushed like commodities to defy and work and show up. And no one cares if you need sleep. Nobody cares if you're exhausted. Nobody cares if you're having mental problems. Nobody cares if you're having emotional problems. You must produce. I say all this to say, what really happened with Kanye at that tour? You know, when Kanye had that breakdown on the tour and he was put on 5150, and then he tried to get his tour insurance to pay, and the tour insurance took him through a huge court case saying, we don't believe your breakdown was natural, we believe that it was drug induced, and because of that we're not paying you. And he literally went to court to fight them. And correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm trying to actually find out more information, they ended up not having to pay Kanye. Now, if it was chemically induced, because look it up, it can be. If it was a chemically induced psychotic break from not sleeping from hours on end, from literally even the altitude being able to regulate, what does that sound like? Does it sound like someone close to Kanye had access to give them a cocktail that would allow him to push his body and his mind to the limit, to allow him to go days on end without sleep, to allow something to break through that previously wasn't there? I don't know, y'all. Let me know what you think in the comments. Talk to you later.